let's get into the pit. We're 4 minutes early, but that's okay. They allow you to go. They allow you to enter the pit early if you are there and prepared. Get in the pit and try to love someone. Bar with a bar. Bang to bang. Diggy diggy. Up jump the boogie. Hey, Reezy, how you doing, Reezy? Sorry, you put a kid rock in my head. Alright. Let's see what week we're on. We're on attempt 20, week 29. Week 29. So the time between your latest colony and Battle Brothers are trying to, anyway, a mod? Really? I would like to play Battle Brothers. I think it would be fun for the stream because you can also name people and it's turn-based strategy. But I don't think the, I don't think that directory is very, like, active. Like, I don't think there's many people looking for that game. I could be wrong. We could try it sometime, though. Joreezy. How you doing, Joreezy? Hello, hello. For drops in 5 days. Paid DLC? I'm assuming. Hey, look, it's another Crusader. Finally. What's he got going on? Clutch Hitter and Slugger? Clutch Hitter's okay. Slugger's good. Slugger's real good. Keem was over one. Well, yeah, but I mean, he has like a much larger channel in general, huh? You like Battle Brothers? I wouldn't mind trying it out. I have it. I have the base game. Paid one. Unholy Slayer, Early Riser, Curious. It might be. We kind of need more Vestals if I'm going to want to run more Apprentice dungeons. We might be forced into Veteran sooner than I want. Work's been full NBA NHL. No worries, Jereezy. Jereezy, you've heard this before, but I'll say it again. Like, I know people get busy. If you ever get busy and can't come to stream, or maybe you're sick and tired of Darkest Dungeon or me, whatever the case, if you can't come to the stream, as long as you're all right, no hard feelings. If you're not all right, if you're like in the hospital, I'm holding it against you. But yeah, no worries. Jereezy. Always good to see people back though. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Phoenix 1335.00. Thank you for all those hours. We only have one Vestal who is not veteran level. That's not good. Because we still have the flesh and the farmstead and the courtyard, and we don't even have the flesh unlocked. We need to find a new Vestal. Only half. 1,288. I think you only have. How you only have? Welcome on in. Still there. At number 24. Delta. Triple digits now. Thank you, Delta. Man, I mean, we have so many Vestals, but they leveled up. They've leveled up too quickly. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's usually how many I have. I just managed things wrong with these two.
You will join us or die, Master.
Hey. Snowblind. First sub of the night. Maybe the only sub of the night. Snowblind, thank you for the gift sub to Drifter. Drifter, welcome to the sub club. No ads for you anymore. All kinds of emotes. Love, sandwiches. Snowblind, thank you. Empire is being right behind Phoenix. I'm not going to infer anything into that. Kick this weekend off. Thank you, Snowblind. I don't know, guys. Like, I mean, we could just go open the court, which I need to do at some point, but, like, we need Vestals. I can't materialize Vestals, though. It's not like I can just salsa cookies. How you doing, Ricks? Welcome in. Cam, good to see you. How you doing, Cam? Oh, man. I might have to take that Crusader just in case we don't get a Vestal, and then I can have at least something that has heals. I don't know. Dunno. I mean, he's okay. He has Slugger. Slugger, which is good. But, how many Hound Masters do we have? We have more than 4. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little. Hound Masters, 4 little, 5 little. Yeah, we have 5. Hard-skinned, deadly. Look at these Hound Masters, though. So when you can ask about this VOD situation, Everything you can think of in your custom backgrounds won't spawn. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a mod community for that game specifically, like on Discord or something. All devices in your house. Out of stream. Thanks, Delta. Try salsa cookies on your partnership anniversary stream. Keep it in tradition to try Rake's food. CO2 man strat for DD4. I don't know if that VOD still exists. I have it saved. I have the VOD saved, friend. But I don't know. Hopefully we'll be getting to it again soon. Haven't found any reference artwork. Full lurk mode. Just pass by to say a quick hello. Well, hello, Cam. Thank you for the lurk. I think the VOD is gone. Actually, the VOD shouldn't be gone, right? Let's see. No, the VOD's gone. It's been way more than 2 months. We finished that in the middle of January. So I have them saved on my computer, though. I just need to upload them somewhere. Man, I just don't know what to do. Like, if we don't get a Vestal or a Occultist next week, we might be in some real pain. Like, I don't really want to extend the stage. We need to do this for Veteran. I don't really want to extend the stage kit. We're ready for Veteran. It's about early to go visit. No bounty tonight. Yeah. Not doing one tonight. Man, should I just go do a Veteran dungeon? I mean, we have to do them at some point, right? Have to do them at some point. Don't feel too bad then. No, have fun, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I open the Farmstead, the thing from the stars is going to start spawning, which, I mean, we're going to have that happen eventually anyway. So I could do that. It's a really easy thing to do. We just take, snap to that. Yeah, this would be no problem. Like, not a big deal to do this at all. And then maybe we could get another Vestal soon. Hopefully. Yeah, this is fine. We can do this. We can do this. We're going getting ready. Much love to the channel. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank you, Snowblind. Thank you for the lurk. I'm getting for the gift sub. Alright, let's do this. It's time to open the Farmstead. I won't regret this. Ever. Especially not when the thing from the stars spawns and ends our run. Stupid thing from the stars. The thing from the stars usually is a fight that you either dominate or it just destroys you. It's like spiders on steroids. Speaking of spiders on steroids, I'm still a little bit confused about that game last night. It wasn't a bad game, especially for 10 years old. There's a lot of I don't know. I don't think I'll be playing it again. I don't know. It's so hard to know because you don't get much of that game in an hour. That Vindictus game. I don't know. All right. When I went in my wife's office after the stream, she said, I saw some odd things on the stream. So she was lurking last night. She wasn't really watching. She was doing some other stuff. She had it on her side monitor. She was like, saw some strange jiggly things on the stream last night. I was like, yeah. I think that's what half that game is about. Jiggle physics. Jiggle physics. Any negatives that we really need to get rid of? I mean, I guess we can start getting rid of some negatives on our level 3s. We're gonna be starting Veteran Dungeon soon. So like Infirm. We can get rid of Infirm. Hey Exon, welcome back. So currently that's on the top of the list. This is the Vindictus game. It was actually not bad from a gameplay perspective. Like the combat actually felt pretty good. The graphics are pretty dated because it came out 10 years ago. And I guess there's several people in the chat that had played it, like Larkin had played it a bit. And they were saying that it's very much pay to win at the late game. Like to get a character that's geared up enough to actually defeat in-game raid stuff can cost thousands of dollars. So probably not a game that I would play very much. With tea and oranges. Oranges are good. If only you could have pulp-free oranges. That would have just I don't know what that means. That's orange juice. But anyway, what kind of oranges you got, Phoenix? Pulp so good though. Off guard. We can get rid of off guard and lock in deadly. Pulp is the best part. Well, I'll just strain my orange juice. You can have the pulp. Blood oranges. I haven't had blood oranges in forever. Necromania we really need to get rid of too. That's a really bad one. Yeah, let's get rid of Necromania. That's fine. Or Infirm. I guess it doesn't matter. Necromania. Any lock-in. Hard Noggin's pretty decent. I don't think it's a lock-in material on her though. 1 hour is a joke. It's like WoW, Rift, EverQuest. Don't play it for that 1 hour. Play it for 10 hours every day. For years. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's really hard to... I mean, the combat felt okay. Like, it felt decent, especially for a 10-year-old game, but I don't think it's something I'm probably going to play on a regular basis. Alright. How you doing, Larkin? By the way. Alright, let's get our trinkets and let's get in here. Double healing trinkets. We still have Julia's head. One moment. I hear a strange noise. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, false alarm. So I heard my daughter's voice, like, screaming no. I was like, what the crap's going on? I had to make sure everything was alright. So the big deal, the reason why my daughter was screaming no over and over, is because my wife was playing a song that she didn't like. Not like a real scream or something, but you know what I mean. Max health plus 8 dodge. Put that on the Jester. So on our Shieldbreaker, we're going to do surgical gloves. That's how you feel about some songs. Surgical gloves. Speed doesn't matter too much for this because it's round after round after round. I mean, obviously speed helps, but it's not as big of a deal. So I'm going to do the Legendary Bracer. We're also going to be buffing a bit. On our Hound Master. Dark Bracer does not work here. Scouting means nothing here. We can use the Sun Cloak. Sun Cloak actually works here. Those Pink Floyd songs.
Our community grows.
Alright, this is fine. Holy Elvis TV. Wait, the name's very familiar to me. Holy Elvis, thank you for the follow, or perhaps refollow. Alright, I think we're good. I do an Ivex. G50 wings again today. I doubt that's an everyday occurrence, as much as it would be awesome. All right, let's go. Let's open up the farmstead. Good enough. Probably don't even need all that, to be honest with you. We'll take just in case. 3-hour nap earlier though. 3-hour nap, what was that like? Was it as good as they say? Alright, let's go. Hey Rose, how's it going? Welcome on in.
Blight had struck the harvest again that
Have you got all the things in Mario Party 3 yet, Rose?
he came to me, hat clutched tightly in filthy fingers, stinking of sweat and manure.
The poor Miller.
Seated
Not yet.
comfortably in my observatory,
4-hour nap.
surrounded by telescopes and other delicate apparatus, I recognized his misfortune as an opportunity, and I agreed to lend him my expertise.
Better. This is very comfy, yeah. Where 2 just came today. Man, it's been so long since I played those original ones. God, I remember ruining my palms on those games, spitting the controller or the joystick. Lacking in sleep. Yeah, me too. Attempted goblet trinket tonight for the first time of 230 hours. Yeah, I mean, I've streamed almost 1900 hours, and I've only reading your just one palm, just my right palm, yeah. So end game, no spoilers, please. But yeah, I've only gotten 3 Phantasmacore, 3 in all this time. What weak damage? I guess I might as well like be using this crap. Yeah, I'll wait till something else comes out. How to use a glove for it? Yeah, I can imagine. The Avengers are in it. Man, Phoenix. Pretty on squishy characters. Figure. It's not like a terrible trinket, but every time I've gotten it, it's been the point in the game where I have things that are much better to use, in my opinion. Just fighting. I thought it was a rom-com. In-game isn't a romantic comedy? Don't know if I want to see it.
Champion falls.
Obviously, the last movie that has any part to do with these that I saw was the first Iron Man. I know a lot of times I tell people that, they're like, "What? Wait, Iron Man? That's like." It's like 2005 or something. I don't know when Iron Man came out. It's been a while though. Had to go buy tickets again after watching it the first time.
Destroy.
It's the first movie, yeah. That makes it sound like it's the first movie that ever came out. We'll just go over the stun. Twice in the same day. 2008. Hey, Lobo. A powerful Lobo. GT is selfish. How do GT? A hopeless, strange tree. We're just gonna keep the buffs rolling. I mean, I should use these. I should have already used it because this isn't very long. Hopeless sounds about right. So in college, and your friends took you to see it to cheer you up. Well, that was nice. Did it work for a time? I hope. Impressive. There goes the Yoda line from Wayne. Impressive that was. For casting for Stark. It like changed his life too, huh? From what I read. Changed his life. For the better, obviously. Obviously. We need to destroy this.
Be gone, fiend.
Only a 10. Can't really stun either of them, so I suppose I'll just put some more damage in. We can't kill either with a crit or anything either, so. Rearing strike. None of the horses have gotten stealth yet. Stealth horses. What are we talking about a glue a moment ago? Steven, I think you're in this run, Steven. If I remember right, maybe. Are you? Feels like you are. But maybe you're not. I don't remember. You're also in position 130? I don't remember. Maybe that was a previous run. They kind of blend together. How you doing, Steven? How have things been? Does mode count since they're not really dead? I don't think so, because there's no you don't lose the character, so it would seem weird to restart the run when there's no one in the graveyard. You know what I mean? So probably not. Why aren't you using Crystal Bros? Whatever do you mean, coach? I don't know what you mean. Crystal Bros? Sit all day on the lake. Amazing weather. Everyone's coming in, talking about taking 3-hour naps and chilling on lakes. I wanna take a 3-hour nap by a chill lake. Sounds good, Steven. Shard Mercenaries? Oh, you're talking about Shard Mercenaries. This is the first. This is the very first opening of the Farmstead. You don't get Crystal Mercenaries after you beat the Miller. Worked all day. There we go. How you doing, Stoneblood? Hater. How you doing, hater? Hater's gonna hate. Dragging IKEA furniture up 3 flights of stairs to your new apartment. Your knees want to die. I'm sorry, trees, but also congrats. Yeah, no worries, Coach. At first I was like, what you talking about, Coach? You talking about crystal drugs? The blackjacks weekends are prime time. Gotcha. Interesting. Deal blackjack. I'm just going to keep buffing. Like, we don't really need much stress healing. And we're going to keep buffing this crit chance, accuracy, speed. What's weird? Really love Darkest Dungeon. Me too. Me too. That is why I have played it for so many hours. I guess that's obvious. Streamed for almost 1900. The very first time you've seen it on Twitch. Well, we are live on Twitch. The Darkest Dungeon 5 nights a week. Okay, he's gonna bleed out next round. It's unfortunate. So he's gonna get an attack in this round. But this has gone really easily so far. Good dodge. We've not even gotten the C word yet. Just kind of unreal, honestly. Let's get one stress heal off. That one's gonna bleed out. I guess we'll just heal. Favorite character? Depends on what you mean. If you mean from a like aesthetic point of view, it's the Crusader, just because I have a soft spot for those melee, holy warrior, paladin type characters. My favorite characters to use, there's quite a few. Usually when people ask me, I'm like, the Hellion, Highwayman, Houndmaster, Shieldbreaker, Man-at-Arms. Like, I don't know, if I had to pick one, maybe aside from, I'd probably pick the Hellion, actually, if I had to choose a favorite outside of a aesthetic standpoint. I say, he says poetry when he crits, leper. What is that emote? Jose. Melee. Yes, melee. I'm gonna start buffing again. Might as well.
Decimated.
Good crit. She gets additional protection when she crits, which is awesome. These fiends spring forth from a madman's nightmare. Bad to you, you probably used him wrong. Man-at-Arms, I think, is one of the... He's a very strong character. In fact, they nerfed him. They've nerfed him several times, even since Color of Madness came out. But he's still very strong. I think the Man-at-Arms has the best camping skills in the game. He actually does fairly decent damage. Like, his normal melee hit actually has a pretty high damage range, and it also has it has a good crit chance. He has a plus 6% crit at base or something. And then he has a great stun. Bellow is an amazing move. Bellow can save you so much stress. He can guard people. When he guards, he gets protection. He has a riposte. I think the Man-at-Arms is super good. Just because you saw lots of Dark Souls mods. Gotcha. So lots of Dark Souls skins. The Dragon Slayer. Can you riposte and guard at the same time? Yes, because his guard lasts for 2 rounds, and so does riposte. So you can guard someone. That guard's going to be there for 2 rounds, and then the second round you put up his riposte if you'd like, and then you have guard and riposte. And so suddenly, if they target 50% of your team, you get a riposte, which is good. Best overall tank type character. I think he's like the only, like, if you're trying to talk about tanks in Darkest Dungeon, really, in my opinion, we've been over this a little bit, but a tank generally protects the rest of the team, right? And the only characters that can really protect the rest of the team, forcibly protect them, is the Man-at-Arms and the Houndmaster, because they're the only ones with a guard. Now, you do have other characters that can mark themselves, but marks make them more likely to be hit by some enemies, but not guarantee, where a guard makes sure if that character gets hit, they're going to take it. So, if we're talking about a tanky type character, yeah, I think the Man-at-Arms is the primary tank in the game, but he's just a good character in general.
Their formation is broken.
Musketeer. Well, the Musketeer is the exact same as the Arbalist. And I would say both of them, like, the thing about Darkest Dungeon, I say this a lot on the stream, is that you know, all the characters are good. The difference between the best characters in the game and the worst isn't huge. So you can use any of the characters you want and beat the game with them on all your teams. Now, when you start doing these like world first challenge things, you have to more min-max things. Some of them kind of fall to the wayside because they're slightly worse. I don't tend to use Arbalist or Musketeer very much in these challenges, unless I have to early game, because there's usually a better option in that slot. We're starting to get to the end of the meter a little bit, so I'm going to start healing some stress. We got to destroy that crystal. Utility style character. Yeah, the Musketeer and Arbalist, I mean, they're mirrored characters, right? They're
Another abomination cleansed from
a utility base mainly. I mean, their damage range is really low unless something's marked, and marks in the game are inherently slow. It's usually just better to deal damage than mark, depending on what the debuff is. Obviously what you're fighting against, but it does have some good utility, especially like getting rid of marks and stuns on your team can completely mitigate some of the fights in the game, like the Swine Prince, as long as you don't get stunned. Just a little noob. Oh yeah, no worries. No worries. We're option to start the DLC in the normal campaign. You mean the Crimson Court? Hacked, is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about Color Madness? I mean, either way. Hey Gar, how's it going? Either way, Hacked. You have to be an apprentice level group. Unless you're playing on Radiant, where you can take veterans into apprentice dungeons, which I don't really like. We don't play on those modes anyway. But basically, you want a team of level 2s that are fully upgraded. If you want the, you know, your best chance to win, then you take a level 2 team that's fully upgraded, because that's the highest you can take to those dungeons. Now you can go in sooner than that, but I usually wait to open them until right before we go to veterans.
Give them no quarter.
Nowadays, just use one if you really want to cheese the Swine King and God. Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, you can beat the whole game even on BLOODMOON. Have a Musketeer in every party. The difference between top tier, so to say, and worst characters in the game are very... it's a very small gap. All the characters are good. They did a really good job of balancing overall.
Death by inches.
We'll try to stun here. Almost done. And hopefully we have a Vestal coming in. Need to get them back. Should put them there. I'm not sure why I took them so far back. Dodge. I get the impression antiquarians aren't super popular. They're nice for those gold farm runs. Well, I mean, dodge is really great in the game too, if you can stack enough of it. And so, antiquarian's AoE dodge buff is actually very, very strong. It's just most people don't stack dodge in the game or get to the point where they can stack dodge. And the other side of it is, like, if you already have enough dodge with trinkets to dodge most of the attacks in the game, then you don't really need her AoE dodge buff, but she's fine too. For gold and for dodge. There's a Doom-based roguelike game that's free to download. Really? What's the name of it, Gar? Do I run Finale on Jester? No, not usually. Not unless it's a boss fight. It depends on the boss fight. Yeah, that's true. You can force guard the antiquarian with like the Highwind with Riposte, which is really good to do. Double Antiquarian Crusader Shieldbreaker for the dodge stack. Yeah, I mean, that team can't go super far. You eventually get diseased, right? And it's very slow. But they nerfed the dodge team that I came up with. Partially because of me, maybe. I know Claire went and posted it to Red Hook and emailed it to clips of it of that team to people, or to Red Hook, and now... And then they nerfed them where you can't do that anymore. Super boring, yeah. You'll link it? chaoswords.org. Don't know how the intername system works. What do you mean intername system? Do you mean just renaming characters, or do you mean backer heroes? What a tattletale. Yeah. Alright, last wave. Discourse you. Thank you, Gar. Don't tell Red Hook about our working strats. It's kind of crazy. There for a while, I kept finding new ways to stall completely. And we'd find a way to stall, and then Red Hook would patch it like 2 weeks later. Like, I don't know if it was coincidental or what, but it was like, holy crap. Backer heroes. So, well, backer heroes, I can explain when we get back to the hamlet. I'm not going to use any, but I can show how it works. Yay, we did it. Hey, Silly Kitty, welcome back. Natural swing is good. Posture syndrome is really bad. 4% chance for them to just pass their turn. Slow draw kind of sucks. Not too big of a deal. Stop breaking the game. I'll try. Clever use of game mechanics. Focused. Week 30. Come on. Come on. No Vestal. We got an Occultist, though. So, how backer heroes work. And this only works on the PC. So, if you're playing on PC, you can go to the Stagecoach, you can hit Enter, and you can type a name like Skyfisher. There's a list of these online. And when you hit Enter, boom. You call the hero. Here they are. They start at level 0 with 2 locked-in positive quirks and a reinforced negative quirk and a set of skills that's always the same for this one, and you cannot change their name. So that's how you do that. I'm not going to use them because that is technically cheating, and I'm not going to do that in a like a world first challenge sort of thing. Because you can just summon whatever class you want with good quirks. There's a list of these online. You can do the same thing for trinkets. There are backer trinkets, and some of those are grossly overpowered. So you can go to your trinkets, hit Enter, type in the backer trinket name, and it will spawn that as well. I'm not going to do that one. So, backer heroes, what these are is, back in like 2015, Darkest Dungeon was in a huge part funded through Kickstarter, and at certain backer levels you got a hero. You got to make a hero, and basically what you did is you got to choose a class, you got to choose a name, you got to choose the skills, you got to choose 2 locked-in negative quirks, or positive quirks, 1 reinforced negative. And that's what your reward was. This was actually a regular of our channel who got this one. That's why I know that one so well. And so yeah, you can find those online. You can only use this on the PC though. Yeah, you can look up all the backer names. So, hey, Volnus, how's it going? Come on, Hell's Hairpin. Oh God, man, I can't. There it is. It's so risky though. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Finally. PC Master Race. Because not only is this would be our first, not only is it our first veteran, it's a long wheeled. Not only is it a long wheeled veteran, it also has a 50% chance of finding the thing from the stars. For the biscuit man. Anyway. We're not ready. We're not ready for that. Why is my nose itching so much? I know the window's open, but... People mowing their yards. What's wrong with people? Have to kill them anyways. Yeah, I know, but I want the Shieldbreaker for it, and she's a... allergy season, yeah. She's still a baby. She's just a baby Shieldbreaker. I'm going to end up needing to grab this Occultist. Who do I want to dismiss? We actually don't need Cat. Cat's in good shape, but we don't need that character. We also haven't upgraded any of their stuff, so it's not like a big loss at all. They went to 1 dungeon. We didn't pay anything other than to like unlock 1 skill. So we'll trade Cat out. Margus. Prophet quest is Shambler Altar. Are you gonna do it? I'm guessing not. Thoughts on the Flagellant? Flagellant used to be overpowered. Now he's just a good character. So the Flagellant is still good, but he got nerfed like 4 or 5 times all in one patch when Color Madness came out. So he's not overpowered anymore. He's a good bleed-based character overall.
Those without the
Probably not.
for
Yeah,
this place must move on.
Deadly and Slugger. Well. I might take you. We don't need both of the abominations, really. Eldritch Hater, Cove Explorer, Necromania. We'll try out Garthfields. Garthfield it is. Like OP heroes, he was overpowered. So that's the thing, like, used to people would come in the channel before Color Madness, they'd say, what's the most powerful character? What's the strongest character? Flagellant. Now there's, I don't really mention anything being overpowered. There's some that are a little bit stronger than others, but
It is done.
it's done.
Turn yourself now.
Hey, new welcome in. How you doing, Ryder David?
Devils who remain.
By the way. Oh, man. That really sucks. I really want to go get that Hell's Hairpin. I've been waiting for that all game, but it's just too risky. We need to push Meter in the Warrens pretty badly, because that's our last apprentice boss. We'll probably go do that. Don't bother, yeah. Started Torchless Dark Dungeon Day Ignu. How's it going? Got your Vestal kill on a second run. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Alright. Well, I am going to take our new Occultist in here. It's going to be a little scary, but I'm going to do it. You got Dismas' head right before. Flagellant can bleed any enemy position. Save your butt on collectors. To now the DPS, shoot through the heads. Yeah. I mean, he's still a fighting character. He's just not as good as he was. Speaking of Flagellant, I'm probably going to take him here, actually. How important is it to get rid of the Town is a Buzz event? Well, I mean, it's an annoying thing, right? You don't get as much stress healing. It prevents other town events from happening, but it's not too big of a deal. I usually wait until about the late 20s before I open the courtyard. I've opened it within the first 10 weeks before. It just adds more to manage. And the thing is, it makes you have to stockpile blood a little bit more. So I usually wait until we're ready to just go in and destroy the courtyard with level 2s, and then maybe be ready to do the Baron like soon after. It's usually late 20s. Favorite character is Shieldbreaker. Shieldbreaker is really good. She doesn't have a super high damage range, but she has a reach and low health, but you can overcome the low health. So Shieldbreaker is a very good character. She can hit every position from any position that she's in, which is extremely strong. Do I want to take Skid to this? I could do that. Must you have a Jester because it looks awesome. Basically, my first time started over with the 2 expansions. Congrats, Andrase. Unnormal? Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that. I might take the Crusader to this, even though... Yeah, I think it's safe to do that. Safer than not. Alright, this should be fine. Okay, we do have 2 level 0s, but I think we'll be okay. This team should be okay. We got the trinkets to support too.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Captain Failure. Captain Failure, 10 months, almost a year. Captain Failure. Thank you for the resub. Should be totally safe. Captain Failure. Again, thank you for the continued support. Love and sandwiches to Failure. Captain Failure. He's a 0. Tribute counters, the Shieldbreaker completely random. Can they be forced? They're not completely random. I can explain how those work. Let us get in the dungeon and I'll explain how all the nightmares work. Don't let me forget, because I very well might. I can explain how you get them, how many you get, when you get them, why you get them, what you get from them, all that good stuff. Alright. Anything we want to heal up this week? Any diseases to get rid of? God, freaking allergy season. Snap target. Spasm intros we don't need to worry about. Any really bad negative quirks we can get rid of this week? Oh yeah, we're going to get rid of Infirm. Okay. Should be good to go, pretty much. Sell speech. Good there, got scouting. Do you have the disease removal? Yep. Hi, Modwife. It's not the east or the west side. No, it's not. Thank you for the 5 bits. So the intro sounds unpleasant? It does. So difficult to you, you just love your characters. Don't want them to die. It's not the north or the south side. No, it's not. Well, you gotta remember, you are the heir to the estate. You are your ancestors' heir. And the heroes are not you, they're not your friends. They are hired mercenaries that are a means to an end. They are a resource. They are the same as the trinkets. They're the same as the food. They're a resource, a means to an end. It's okay to dismiss them. It's okay if they die, unless you're doing a deathless challenge. Drusse, thank you for the subscription. Love and sandwich to Drusse. Thank you for using the Twitch Prime here. Twitch Prime financially supports the stream. It supports the dream of me being able to do this to support my family. Appreciate Drusse. Modwife. It is the dark side. That is correct. Hater, thank you for the follow. Appreciate Hater. People are renewable. Yeah, you get more people every week.
A generous bestowal.
Hey, Father Bill. Father Bill, it's good to see you. Thank you for the 100 bits and using the bleed purple for the additional. You materialized 10 extra bits out of thin air. Thank you, Father Bill. How you been, Father Bill? I might use Sacrificial Stab in case we get shuffled. Travad's at work. Learned a ton of... That is awesome, Drosse. I wonder sometimes who's watching the VODs, because it shows me how many views they've had, but it doesn't tell me who.
Subscriber. Come
Drosse.
yourself.
Thank you again.
We are building an army. Truly, this is the dankest dungeon.
Fatty Can Fly. Thank you for the gift subs, Fatty. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Fatty. 50 total subs. Fatty, thank you so much for all the support. That's insane. A good insane. Much love, much sandwich to Fatty. Fatty, thank you for the gift sub to Dat Guy, Exon. Oh my god, it's Wiz, Rich, and Jimmery Campbell. And Modwife. 420 bits? 420 bits. Thank you, Modwife, for the bits. Even though they're going to you anyway. Thank you, guys. Star Wars Gangster Rap? Yeah, it's May the 4th be with you. My one and only Star Wars clothing aside from my collection of Star Wars underpants. Alright, let's get our trinkets and let's get in this dungeon and I'll explain the nightmare mechanic. Okay, so on our Flagellant, so the Occultist, the big thing about the Occultist is he starts out with he has one of the lowest healths in the game in general, so we need to remedy that. So I'm going to give him Overture Box. And I might give him Barristan's Head. Free Comics Day, and tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. Best weekend ever. Underoos Morph, how you do, Morph? May the 4th be with you. Always. Thanks, Modwife. Think I just heard a nightmare mechanic? Always, there it is. Thank you for the additional bits for yourself. So I'm going to take Barristan's Head and give them protection. It's going to give them a lot of stress. We do have quite a bit of stress healing on this team in general. Let's put the other Dark Bracer on our Houndmaster. We'll do Scouting. Surgical gloves. I might do, you know what, let's do surgical gloves on the Crusader. Let's also give him the legendary bracer. This will hopefully allow him to one-shot a stress caster on round 1. Best camping skill. I mean, it depends on the situation, but I think the Man-at-Arms has the best ones. He has tactics, which is 10 dodge, 5 crit to the whole party, including himself, which is crazy. So it gives you 40 dodge and 20% crit across your party. That's just an insane camping skill. Weapon practice is really good too. Human evading to retrieve digital device in approximately 2 minutes. It's only been charging for like 10 minutes. But okay. Anything else I want to take? It's not been charging long, but you can take it. I'll just do the reduced stress. We're not using Warriors Bracers anymore. I'm going to sell those. Sun Cloak, I don't know if I'm going to use... I might use it. Depends on what we get by Darkest Dungeon 4, if we make it that far. Okay. That was a fast 2 minutes, wasn't it? Okay, I think we're finally ready. Do you have removal? I forgot what it's called. Yeah, he has one, and so does the Occultist. So he has Stand Tall, which removes mortality debuff, and then you also have... Can you make up your mind? Stop going in and out, please. And this one has Dark Ritual, which does that too. Alright. All the food. Stack shovels. 3 bandages. 3 herbs. 3 keys. 3 holy waters. And 3 torches for curio interaction only. Okay. I think we're good. Food, shovels, curio interaction. Video dungeon with 2 level 0s. Trinkets, skills, camping, trinkets, skills, camping, upgrades, trinkets, skills, camp, upgrades, trinkets, skills, camp. Alright, let's go. We are good. Fastest 2 minutes ever. She let the stink of the devil's beans into this room as well.
The swine draw power from their horrid markings and crude idols.
3 shrines, stink of what now? The devil's beans. Anyway. So, we didn't scout, so we're gonna have to go this way in case there's a quest item this way. Now. The person that wanted to know... Hey, look! Easy. The person that wanted to know about nightmares, are you still there? Devil's beans equal life. So I'll explain it. So there, okay. So how it works is if you have the Shieldbreaker DLC enabled, once you camp, there is a 50% chance of having her nightmare. Now, you can know when it's going to happen. Hey, look, it's a scroll, it's Scarl. Let me get rid of a random negative quirk here. Let's get rid of Infirm. So when you camp, there's a 50% chance she has a nightmare. And you know she's going to have one because after your party eats the food from camping, she'll have a emote above her, a text box that says something about this night holds no comfort for me, or the fangs draw close, or something like that. So if she has that emote, you will have the nightmare. So you can do your camping skills accordingly. If she doesn't have that, you're not going to get the nightmare. Now, there are 7 nightmares total. The nightmares are always the same. You can... Once you've done 3 nightmares, it doesn't matter on which difficulty dungeon, Apprentice, Veteran, or Champion, but once you've done 3 nightmares, none of your Shieldbreakers will ever have a nightmare in Apprentice dungeons again on that save file. Once you've done a total of 5 nightmares, none of them will have them in Veteran either. And once you do all 7, you no longer have to worry about nightmares on that save file from any of your Shieldbreakers. Once you've done all 7, the snakes from her nightmare can spawn as just normal mobs in the dungeon. Now, there is a difference, though. They don't cause stress, and they don't only attack the Shieldbreaker. They can just spawn as just normal, kind of like gargoyles or whatever. The other thing that happens, let's see, is that after you've done all 7 nightmares, when you camp with a Shieldbreaker, she just gets a buff from camping because she rests at ease, basically. So I think that's pretty much all there is about the camping for the most, or I mean the nightmares. The important thing to note is that camping is a 50% chance, and once you do 3 nightmares, your Shieldbreakers will never have them again on that save file in Apprentice. Once you've done 5, you no longer get them in Veteran either, and once you do all 7, you no longer get any of them. Hopefully that makes sense. A little backstory-based content like that. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think Claire's doing that for Moonlit Dungeon. But I don't know, because Claire hates me now. You can tell because she doesn't come here anymore. Try to kill this a little slowly so we can stress you a little bit while it's free to do so. Most of the guys don't like hot beverages. Actually like the flavor. It's old and bitter, like me. Good dodge. So even though we don't have a lot of stress, you know, we should just shave stress off anytime we can. Anytime it's free to do so. This 6 and 11 stress could have mean the difference between getting afflicted or having a heart attack or what have you. So that answer your question, Hack. Does that all make sense? Let me know if you have any questions about the nightmares or anything. Doing it later, but could not decide on anything to eat, so we ordered a last-minute dinner from Pizza Hut. Pizza.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
Well, shoots, I can agree on the second part of that. But if you copy and paste the second part of that to the first, then you have my feelings exactly. I didn't shoots. Now we don't need to go over here. So it's all, I mean, I'm risking it for reward basically. I'm gonna go ahead and use a dog treat. Dog treats are gonna give us extra damage and accuracy for 3 rounds. Bout of stomach pain again. Sorry, Neo. There are vomit pigs in this hallway. That there are. I should have hit this one. We might could have killed all of them. So if I had hit this one for that same amount, and then I Holy Lanced into this one, we could have wiped them out, maybe, with never taking any hits. Now we're gonna, this one's probably gonna go twice, before we get to go. Ooh, good dodge. Doc Bracer coming in handy.
Gently. This is how a life
Waits down. I mean, at least he got it, I suppose. Bad Humors is minus 40% max health. It's not as bad on the Flagellant, and also he has Lash's Cure, which removes the disease from himself. Chilling with the wife, vodka shots, and Domino's pizza. Everyone's having pizza, but me. Everyone. Yeah, let's go.
Their formation is
Sounds good.
Maintain the offensive.
Sounds good. So we came out of this hallway and got some free disease. We'll loot that after we go in here. No, I don't care for the swine hookers, to be honest. They hurt me really deep too many times. I had pizza a few minutes ago. So vomit pig can cause disease, as we saw, and also cause stress. Good. Good. Good dodges. Can relate to that quote. Knows when I get these pains. Sorry, Neo. Ooh.
Annihilated.
Get that vomit pig out of here. So now we'll try to kill the swine drummer with Holy Lance. Got him. So for the rest of this, can stress heal those two probably. Depends, I suppose, on how much we get to stall.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Will I pay for your disease? No, I'd rather not have disease at all.
Compassion is a
Heal, resist the bleed.
fevered pitch of battle.
Ah, the old ball and chain. How you doing, Silver Lurker? Good crit. So we stalled that round, but it's alright. It's alright.
Well struck.
Grenade District instead of Rooster Weatherbane. It's the Shrieker. Oh, I never noticed that route. I need to check that out. Really? How you doing, Burrito Man? So it makes it go away faster. Just try to take as many naps as you can. It just comes and goes a couple times a year, Neo? Probably because you're relaxed, yeah. So we're recovering, letting this guy bleed out. Perfect. Look at that, down to 2 stress, full health. It's going really well, it's a little too well. Things have been going really well in the game, and aside from Wednesday this week. Wednesday night, we almost lost the run several times.
Staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Din's unit set it high as you can stand. Looks weird, but it helps, sort of. Every 2 to 3 months. Just one day. That is really weird. They ran a mod to restore the Shieldbreaker's nightmares to the old rates. Man, I wish they were. Yo, Burrito Man. It's pretty annoying that it's only a 50% chance instead of 100%. I still don't understand their logic either. I'm gonna camp. I'm gonna backtrack and camp. So if you use an herb on that, you get a damage buff for the rest of the dungeon while through camping. So I'm gonna camp now and then get that buff.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
We don't need to feast or anything. Let's get rid of that disease. Let's get our scouting. Well, let's prevent nighttime ambush this time too. It's pretty good. So you want to remember a long time ago when the Hellions bleeding pendant not only increased bleed skill chance 50%, but also gave 10% increased damage. I don't remember that. I don't know how long ago that was, Fatty, but might have been before my time. Or I might just not remember. That seems kind of crazy. I like to use mods. It depends on the run. We actually did a run between our last World First Challenge and this one where I did only modded characters. So we've definitely done, I've played through Pitch Black Dungeon. I've done 2 or 3 fully modded playthroughs. But primarily we do just challenge modes where we don't do any game-changing mods. Like, for instance, I do have a mod to make animations faster on this, but it doesn't change anything else with the game. Like, it doesn't make it easier or harder or anything. Back in 2016, oh yeah, before my time. I wasn't even born yet. Any mod characters that I like? There's quite a few of them. You can't go wrong with Marvin Sayo's characters. I really like... I think that the Lamia fills a spot in the game that's kind of missing. Like, it competes with the Vestal more than any of the base characters, so the Lamia is a really good fit. I really like the Falconer. Falconer also feels like it fits in the game really well. I really like the Snake Charmer. The Monk is really awesome, but he's incredibly overpowered. Like, the Monk is just a god of a character. It just has the best kit of any character I've ever seen. So if you're looking for something that's extremely good in an overpowered character sense, not overpowered like it kills everything in one hit, but just has like the most incredible kit with good numbers, the Monk is a character to try. The animations are very good on him. He's just way overtuned. Wow, rolled bottom end. I like the Snake Charmer a lot though. Falconer. Those are probably 2 of my favorite ones, Falconer and Snake Charmer. Another true healer, yeah. Lamia is good too because you don't have to only heal with her for sure. She has other things she can do as well. But also, not only can she heal, but she can de-stress a little bit. It's not like a extreme de-stress or anything. But she has an option. So you don't always have to take, even in like Torchless, you don't always have to take a healer plus stress healer into Torchless. See her when she get her up few resolve levels. Gonna do stress. Yeah, she was okay. I don't know. She didn't look as like the artwork didn't fit in as well. Like I know it's the same style, but I don't know. There's a little something about her that didn't quite fit in as well for me. She was pretty decent too. Wasn't one of my favorites though. So this sells for $750. Doesn't stack.
Glittering gold.
Tommy's really good though. The thing about the Marvin Seo classes, I like the sisters a lot too. The sisters have like the best animations I've seen. The sisters' animations are like as good or better than a lot of the base game animations. Like it's really well done. It's a really unique class as well. But yeah, Marvin Seo's classes all feel pretty well balanced. Like if you combine them with some other modded characters that aren't his, they can get a little bit overpowered. Some of them are a little, like the sisters are actually pretty strong if you learn how to use them. But for the most part, his characters feel like they both graphically and balance-wise can fit straight into the main game without throwing things super off. Are those possible to even mod that bit? Rating Nightmare proc chance? I'm sure she knows. You did last night where the character went from all the stress to nothing. Came in at the end of that. Oh. So if you have a character that has a virtue, if you have a character that got a virtue, they will still need stress healing when they get back to town. If they are high stress, even with a virtue. So, but if you have a virtue and your character gets to 200 stress, instead of having a heart attack, if you have a virtue, all the stress goes away, but you also lose your virtue. But virtues don't persist to the next dungeon anyway. So I basically said, alright, this character has 120 stress. They're going to need stress healing, but they have a virtue. Let's just pass his turn until he gets to 200. The stress will go away, the virtue goes away, but that's fine, and then we don't have stress healing. So you can only do that trick, so to say, if you have someone that's virtued.
Impressive.
Great. I'm just going to stress heal these two. If that makes sense, David. Uber strats. That's right. It's the same thing, like, if you have a character, if you're almost at the end of the dungeon, and you have someone that's 90 stress, you know? Like, if you have someone that's 90 stress, you're going to have to stress heal them in town, if it's towards the end of the dungeon. So even though it's only a 25% chance to get a virtue, if someone has that much stress, you might as well get them to 100 before you leave the dungeon, if you can't stress heal them down in the dungeon, so that they have a 25% chance of getting that virtue and you don't need to stress heal them because they just lost like 70% of their stress. Never see that? Yeah. Taking advantage of all those small things. I mean, so I'm talking about, like, with... You can overcome basically all the RNG in the game. I mean, obviously there are some things that just flat out kill you. But a lot of the RNG in the game you can recover from if you know how to min-max and use those tricks like that, for sure.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Headache, pulled leg muscle, walking disaster. I'm sorry, Phoenix. How you doing, Sin, by the way? Devs need to make a mode more difficult than Blood Moon DD2. So what I really want, and Larkin, who is a regular here, mentioned the idea first off, so it wasn't my idea. But what I would really like to see is a challenge mode, even if it doesn't have a leaderboard. I would like a leaderboard too. But what I'd like to see is a rotating challenge mode, right? So like it forces these things onto you if you do the challenge mode. And maybe it can change every month. Dark Dungeon 2 confirmed? Oh yeah, they announced that. How long has it been now? 2 months ago or something? So a lot of games have that now, right? Like, tons of them. Slay the Spire, The Air Billions, XCOM 2. Like, lots of things have that. So if there was a challenge mode where, like, every month a new challenge is posted by Red Hook and you go into that mode and it forces it. So, like, if there's a Torchless challenge, you don't have to worry about snuffing the torch. It's just always 0, and you can't use mods in that mode, stuff like that. That'd be pretty awesome. The thing is, so few people actually beat the game on any difficulty. Like, I forget the stat. Someone posted it, but like only 2% of people that play Darkest Dungeon ever beat it on any difficulty. It's something like that. It's a very low percentage. So I doubt they're gonna make the game harder in general, like baseline. But I definitely wouldn't mind them adding more challenge modes that you can choose, modifiers and things. Defense basically turns it into a puzzle game. Yeah, like I like that sort of stuff. The Darkest Dungeon 2 sequel was announced, yeah, like 2 months ago or something, a month and a half ago. Hey, Not Mexi, how's it going? Alright, we got a secret room. Are we finally gonna get Junia's head? This is like our 6th secret room. We've killed 2 collectors. We still don't have Junia's head. Hey Matt, how's it going? Itch free. No people equivalent. Hey Matt. Channeling the energy. How you doing, Swish? Come on. Yes. Finally. Finally. Rally like you go either positive or negative instead of simple stress to teach you virtue affliction. At last, Junia has...
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. Finally. At long last. Very long last. Holy crap. We're in good shape. We have inventory slots left. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3. We have 3 provision slots. So yeah, let's just keep going. Regrets. Got it, Morph. Crimson Court tips for Burrito Man. Is there a specific... Sorry I missed it, Burrito. Thank you, Phoenix, for grabbing those for me. So, what part of the Crimson Court are you stuck on? Like, the opening quest, the very first one? Or are you stuck on, like, the Baron? Or is there a specific one you're stuck on? Or just in general? Seem to work for the Occultist. I just haven't been able to tell much of a difference. Well, the thing about the Occultist, it does work on him, but he has such a wide range of heals that if he rolls a 1, like, the 30% healing is pretty insignificant. And then if he rolls like an 18, he was probably going to heal them all the way anyway. So it is less noticeable, but it does work. Players beat the game. Most people that pick up a game, very small amount of time and drop it. Doesn't mean GT will be easier. Yeah, I don't know. They did mention in an interview that they want to get rid of some of the micromanagement of the game, which worries me a little bit, but I guess we'll find out. Who is the best team against the Crow? You lost 8 trinkets and you're sad. So the thing you got to remember about the Shrieker is there's 2 ways to go about it. The Shrieker, you don't have to beat them. As long as you survive until round 5, the Shrieker will fly away and you just get your reward. You get your trinkets back. So usually if you're only going there to get your trinkets back and survive, just take a very resilient team. Take a team that has high dodge, high protection, multiple heals. That's, you know, that's all you got to do really and last till round 5. If you're trying to kill him, that's a different story. The Shrieker has one of the highest dodges in the game, if not the highest. So if you're actually trying to kill the Shrieker, you want to bring accuracy trinkets and riposte, basically. Back row Man-at-Arms. I don't like it. I mean, you can use it, but it feels like there's a better... It feels like he's better in any other position, in that there's a better person to put in the back. How blood works, you've just been stuck in general. Bad crit.
Unbalanced.
4 Crusaders, too much health to chew through. Yeah. So, the way the curse works, Burrito Man, is that there is a base level of the Crimson Curse, and then eventually they will crave blood. If you don't give them blood, they'll eventually go into wasting. If you don't give them blood still, they'll eventually just die. Now, if you give them blood while they are wasting, they go back to the base states. If you give them blood while they're craving, they'll go into bloodlust, which has some buff associated with it. Also, when they're in these stages, they act afflicted a little bit. Now, the other thing you got to remember about blood is that heroes that have the curse can die, can crave blood back in town. When you get ready for a mission, you can hover your mouse over to the left side off the blood vials that are hanging there in the provision screen. If you hover it over, it will tell you how many heroes you have wasting. If you have any heroes wasting, you need to leave one blood behind for every hero that's wasting in your hamlet, or they could die while you're gone. So I mean that's basically it about the blood. Oh, bad dodge. Do you have anything else specific or? Not Mexi, not Mexi. Thank you for the follow. Gonna kill your level 6 Vestal. Yeah, I mean it happens.
Community grows.
All mug says, "Have a nice day." And then when you take a drink out of it, the middle finger on the bottom, on the outside. GG, thank you for the follow. That one's dead. So I mean that's how the blood works. So blood can drop from normal mobs, it can drop from normal curios as long as you have the Crimson Court enabled. I can also tell you how to cure the curse. The croc. So the croc, you're gonna face more than one croc. There are multiple crocs in the Crimson Court. If you mean the very first one though, the thing about the croc, there's a couple things to remember. It can be a really heavy RNG fight because he has a move that can hit one person or it can hit 3 people, and it hits really hard. Apex Predator. But the main thing with the Croc is you need reach. So reach and bleed are actually pretty good against the Croc. So what I mean by reach is like the Hellion, someone that can hit him no matter which position he's in. The other thing that's good for the Croc is to have at least one other people or person that can heal off death's door, even if it's just a single point like the Crusader. Because the main thing on the Croc that kills you is that he'll use Rake. He'll use Teeth Rake, and he will pull your healer, your Vestal, to position 1, and she can't heal. And then he'll Apex multiple people to death's door, and you can't heal them. So having someone else that can get people off death's door is important to give you your best chance of winning. What's the other thing? So reach, a way to get multiple people that can get people off death's door. I mean, after that, you're pretty well off, actually. Okay, we should complete it with no DLC and mods first. JBB Chaves, thank you for the follow as well. What do you message Discord? Anybody want to check our stream? We'll do Hytala, for sure. Teeth Rakes, yes. So if you're playing your first time, there are certain DLCs that I think are completely fine to enable. I mean, you can actually enable them all. It's a good team when full light, Hopelessness. I've used that in full light. In zero light, it's not good for it because there's too much stress. But as far as DLCs go, I would say that you're pretty safe turning all DLCs on aside from the Crimson Court itself on your very first playthrough. The Crimson Court adds more stuff to manage, and you can't ignore the Crimson Court. If you ignore the Crimson Court, you'll start getting Town of Buzz over and over. Whereas if you ignore like the Farmstead, nothing happens. So the other thing about the DLCs is you can enable them in the middle of your playthrough. Now you can't disable them, but you can always play to a point where you're stabilized and then enable the Crimson Court. Playing No Death Run on Sijun. How you doing, Miscreant? Welcome back. 55. You gonna 2-man the last boss, like we did. Quirk, are you on a timer to kill the Countess? No, not really. There's like a soft timer, I guess you would say, Sin. So there's 2 things that are making you kill the bosses. One is the infestation is going to rise and you're going to get more and more curses. So you're going to need more and more blood. So that's one thing. But if you have the blood to support everyone that's infected with the Crimson Curse, that's fine. The second thing, though, is it's going to start spawning the Fanatic. And the Fanatic is going to become a problem. You're going to have to take a team like every time that's good against the Fanatic. And not all teams are going to be. So you don't have like an actual timer, but you have a soft timer, so to say, that's making things harder. Like, yeah. 5 hours. No way you do a Deathless run. Die 4 weeks in, if not less. We've done several Deathless runs, including a Torchless Deathless Blood Moon. But I mean, it takes more than one try, right? I mean, we're on attempt 20 on this one.